So, I have recently finished watching, as of today, I just watched the last episode um, of Carole on Tuesday, and I have a lot to say about this show. I'm not going to say them right now. Um, I think with something like this, I need time, so see you in a couple days. Carole on Tuesday takes place in the near future where Earth has colonized Mars. It follows, well, if the title hasn't said already, Carole on Tuesday. Carole being a refugee from Earth who moved to Mars, and Tuesday being the daughter of a politician on Mars, go figure, who runs away. Both of them pursuing a passion of music, and as Miss Tuesday walks on a city in Mars called Alba, she finds Carole performing on the street, and from there they hit it off. And through that, we cut to Carole on Tuesday. Now, there's a lot I wanted to say about this. Like I said in the intro, this series has, when I first watched it, impacted me a lot. There's so much to like about it, and I think one of the things that made me like it the most, besides obviously the music, which by the way is performed by actual artists, which I do have to point out, but I'll get to that in a moment. But the main thing are the characters. The characters in this show are phenomenal, each of them with their own distinct, unique personalities. Tuesday being a more timid, quiet individual, more of like a girly type of character, while Carole is a much stronger woman. Then we meet their manager, which, God, I forgot the name of. And then Roddy, who kind of tags along, sorry, who has his own job working for this DJ in this fictional world, Artigan. He helps him out. Has controls like AI, which is a big thing in this story. Actually, it's not that big, but again, we'll get to that in a moment. But a lot of the characters are great. Even the characters that we don't see for very long in like the first few episodes. One of them I can think of is Piotr, who at first when you meet the guy is only in it there for the fame at first, and you start to like kind of think weirdly until you really listen to what he has to say and you follow him in the later episodes, and you start to realize like, okay, he's innocently doing this. He's not a bad guy. Who also has some pretty banger songs in the series. A lot of the songs in here are just great, honestly. It's a lot of the music is incredible. At some point during the second part of the series, they even got which I was surprised by, Denzel Curry to rap in like for this character named Ezekiel. He rapped in like 2 episodes, and it's just the way they were able to incorporate the music in this show in some of the scenes, and the fact that they were able to get real musicians to play it in this is, it's just they had a nice balance between like the anime itself and the scenes with the music, which is very, it's something that can't easily be done. It's something that a lot of Disney films, specifically live action ones, do a very terrible job of. So it's not easy to incorporate music into anything really, into an animated TV show, a live action one. It's very hard to do, and they do it almost seamlessly in such a unique way to where it flows with, admittedly, the basic premise of the plot and the story very well. So I give a lot of credit to this show for that. Also, I have to note, Watanabe created this series. I want to give him some credit because he's made a lot of banger shows. My favorite specifically being Cowboy Bebop, which makes sense when you think about it. Very character driven stories. He's super good at that. So I give a lot of the credit to Watanabe. Now, I don't like to point out the cons. I don't. Because frankly, I think this show doesn't need to have like how do I put this? The show didn't need to have a complicated plot. Like I think the show just by itself with just the characters alone, the music is fantastic, but I do have to point out that the story is pretty basic. And if you're someone who's into the plot and who's into the lore and history of the shows they watch, then unfortunately it does lack in that regard. But it's not that big of a deal, in my opinion. It's just something you should know of because you're not gonna get. Because if you're coming into this show thinking you're gonna get like Attack on Titan levels of lore, then you're at the wrong place. Like this anime ain't for you. This is something that's heartfelt, that isn't complicated, but gets its feelings across very well. And the final song on the last episode of part 2, oh, that almost got me. That almost got me. I had to suck in my tears for that one. I had to suck that shit up. But again, just incredible show with amazing music. I would give this a watch, even if it's just the first 2 episodes. It's just a really nice and wholesome watch. I think a lot of people who are not only into music but into like character driven stories, I think will love this. Anyways, that's Carole on Tuesday. See you in the next video. Take care.